Awesome. All right. Recording now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as I said. Excellent. Okay. Perfect. All right. So this is our second coach chat. We're going to dive a little bit into program orientation. Like I said, cover a little bit about movement, a few helpful tips there. And then we'll wrap up with a few helpful tips on nutrition as well. But first off, welcome to the team, Team Trevor, for the time being. I am totally open to hearing more team names if anyone would like to suggest them either here or via email. But these coach chats, basically brief weekly panel, will discuss a variety of topics related to the 4 pillars of wellness, as we like to categorize them: movement, nutrition, mindset, and recovery. And as I said at the beginning, we're going to be focusing mostly on movement and nutrition in this one. And then next week, we'll dive into mindset. And then the last week of the month, we'll do a little bit on recovery. But these are also great opportunities for anyone who wants to ask questions and get answers directly, so we can provide some personalized support. Remember, there are no stupid questions in a coach chat. But yeah, Tuesdays at noon for every week of October is when we'll be holding them. So feel free to invite anyone else who you think might be interested or might want to partake. They don't have to be registered for the challenge to glean something useful from this. But diving into the activity checklist that we sent out at the beginning of the month, they're all in those PowerPoint file. Almost every activity we have in there is hyperlinked to a resource to help guide you to completion. And we encourage you to take advantage of those resources, but at the same time, you have some wiggle room when it comes to completing certain activities. Because we want to make wellness accessible to everyone, regardless of the situation. So we're willing to be flexible and bend the rules at times. So, for example, if you want to perform an at-home workout, a gym workout, or a recovery session of your own design, go ahead and count it towards completion of one of those activities. It doesn't necessarily have to be ripped straight off our YouTube channel or done rep for rep, set for set, if you catch my drift. So anything in those categories that seems like it would apply, we're willing to count those, because again, at the end of the day, it's movement that matters most. Doing something is better than doing nothing, and we want to knock down those barriers to wellness for everyone. So moving on to more of a nutrition aspect to those checklists. Again, you're going to see the rainbow grocery list from March's Color Your Plate program, hyperlinked quite often. And anything that's not listed on there that's still considered a fruit or vegetable, absolutely count those. We don't have the room or the means to list every single one in the world. So if you're working with something a little bit different that maybe didn't make it onto the list, go ahead. That's totally fine. And likewise, if you don't have the means to follow, say, a recipe from the Bon Appetit Cafe website exactly, feel free to modify it. Or if you're just choosing to cook a healthy homemade meal of your own choosing, we can count that as well. Because really, as I said, we're just trying to encourage healthy decisions, no matter what they look like. And we're willing to be totally flexible on that front. So if at any point you forget how the challenge works, or you just need a refresher on the instructions or how to submit things towards the end of the month, this is something we've been doing lately. So you don't have to, go back through your inbox and try to find the initial email from week 1 with the instructions. Just go ahead and scroll down to that second slide of your PowerPoint, and everything you would need to know is on there. We've hyperlinked to the ShareCare store and where to register. We have the Microsoft Teams links in there, and then our emails as well, and instructions for how to submit. But again, if you just want to send us an email listing the activities you completed, you can go the extra mile if you like, highlight them and update your file, save it, send it back to us, whatever works for you. We just want to make sure this is easier said than done, or easier done than said when it comes to program submissions. But let's go ahead and turn our attention to movement here throughout different contexts, whether it's in the gym or at home. Sometimes our situations can affect what we can do and what we cannot do workout wise. And with our new hybrid work model here at SRA, it's possible that a number of employees are working out at home, outdoors, or at facilities with limited equipment, or that their situation changes on a daily or weekly basis, and we want to be flexible towards that and provide people the best personal support that we can. So if you're someone who is working out at home or wants to work out at home, you find that convenient or cost effective for you, whatever your reason is, you could consider bringing some of these fitness items into the fold. These are really good options for at-home workouts that are usually space efficient, relatively cost efficient, and will help you get a great workout in, even if you don't have like a full dumbbell rack or machines or a squat rack or a treadmill or something like that. If you were to just invest in, maybe some resistance bands, a few dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells are a little bit pricier, but they're super space efficient. Medicine balls, mini bands, weight vests, yoga mats, just to name a few items that would qualify as at-home fitness equipment that can add a lot of bandwidth to your workout options if you're an at-home workout warrior. And I would say don't think of putting money towards these items as an expense, but as an investment in your health. Anything we spend on our well-being, whether it's a gym membership or at-home fitness equipment, etc., that's an investment towards your health, and it should benefit you repeatedly going forward, which makes it worth it. And the last thing we wanted to point out about movement here was tempos and intervals. And these are just a couple of workout strategies, especially when you're working out at home or you don't have a lot of equipment to work with. Tempos and intervals are a great way to make things a little bit more challenging. So tempos, essentially, they just involve slowing down or pausing during different movements of an exercise. And you could also qualify, speeding up during an exercise and making it more power oriented, as we say, as a means of modifying tempo as well. But usually we're going to recommend that people slow down a movement, or they pause at different points of it, maybe pausing at the bottom or slowing your reps on the way down during an exercise. So you're sinking into a squat slowly, and then maybe you come up at a normal speed, or maybe you repeat that pace on the way up. We just want to suggest, feel free to play around with tempos, and you might find that your workouts are a little bit more challenging and fruitful, even when you don't have, a lot of weight on hand. You can make your body weight considerably more difficult to move around if you just slow down the pace of the movement sometimes, or add in pauses here and there, whether it's a pause at the bottom of a squat or a push up, what have you. And then we also want to point out that intervals are a great strategy for modifying at home or equipment free, limited equipment workouts to make them a little bit more challenging or a little bit more interesting. Even in intervals just involve alternating between timed periods of exercise and rest. So something you might hear us say every so often is like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And on and off just means 30 seconds on is 30 seconds of work, of exercise. You're pushing yourself. And then the 30 seconds off is rest. I see someone's waiting in the lobby here, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can meet them. Awesome. All right. Welcome, Aaron. Thanks for joining us, Arun. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, I am having some issues receiving audio on my end, so we're going to have to communicate through the chat mainly. You've caught us probably about halfway through the presentation, but I have recorded it, and I can share the PowerPoint slide and the recording after this as well. And I'm more than willing to circle back and cover what we've done so far. But we were just talking about at-home workouts and how we can use tempos and intervals to improve them or modify them. And I was talking about intervals as timed periods of exercise and rest that we alternate between. So like I was saying, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of exercise, and then you would alternate that with 30 seconds of rest. So just catching your breath, maybe a quick drink of water, and then you get back into the next round of 30 seconds, and you rinse and repeat that until you've done as many rounds as you deem appropriate. And one way to make intervals very easy to track is to keep them within a minute. This is what I do with almost all my intervals myself. I'll do like a 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, or I'll do 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off, 15 on, 45 off. Anything like that makes it super easy to track. Whether you're doing like a body weight circuit, or maybe you're doing intervals on a piece of cardio equipment like an elliptical or something. So that's another great strategy to modify your workouts to make them more interesting, or even a little bit more challenging, or up tempo sometimes. But we'll shift our focus to nutrition now to wrap things up. And making healthier choices with what we consume can definitely be difficult. But fortunately, here at SRA, we have a great environment of resources to help make those decisions easier. For example, you could ask us about obtaining a personalized meal builder. And you can see over here, we've got a screenshot of the top of an example meal builder. And this is a resource we extend to almost all of our remote coaching clients when we offer it to them. Usually they'll say, yeah, I want one of these. And what a meal builder does basically is just kind of guide your nutrition decisions towards a healthy end. It will give you a ballpark caloric goal for each day, depending on what your goals are, whether it's losing weight, burning fat, or gaining muscle, gaining weight, something like that. Water intake, we always suggest a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce per pound of body weight per day. So that doesn't change. But then here we've got the major food groups: vegetables, proteins, carbs, fruits, fats, and the portion sizes suggested for each meal or snack throughout the day. So we like to say, oh, vegetables, you can never have enough of those. They won't hurt you. So unlimited, infinite portion sizes. But protein, we got an example down here. If you want to build with proteins, 1 serving is going to be about the palm of your hand. Carbohydrates, 1 serving is about a fist. Fruits, serving is about the size of a tennis ball. Healthy fats would be like the tip of your thumb for 1 serving. So you can take that information here. You can look at the suggested calories for each meal or snack. And then you've got an idea of, all right, how many portions do I want of each food group here? And then you can start to kind of put together an idea of how you want to approach each meal or snack. And of course, you can put these calories back into other meals or snacks if you happen to skip some of these, or maybe, you're just a 3 square meals a day person, or you're more of a snacker and grazer throughout the day. You can modify this to, reinvest those calories into different meals or snacks. And it's a little bit cut off down here because I couldn't fit the whole screenshot onto the page. But once you have those portions, the food groups, the meals, and the recommended calories filled out, we just give you a bunch of examples. And these lists go down to the bottom of the page of healthy options to fill out those calories in every food group. So like healthy vegetables for this first column here: arugula, asparagus. We got fish in the protein column, brown rice, and carbs, and then a few down there for fruits and fats as well. So that's a really good resource. And all you have to do is let us know here, or just send us an email and we can get you set up with one of those. But more nutrition options, specifically on site, the SRA cafeteria is a really great benefit we have here. Especially that daily free lunch entree, but all meals are 50% subsidized, I believe, which makes it a healthy, varied, and cost-efficient option compared to going off campus and eating elsewhere. I definitely vouch for all of the food here at the cafeteria, having eaten it many times myself. The ingredients are really high quality, and the experience is better than where you might find at some other places. So highly recommended that you leverage that. And they also have a great supporting website, lots of online resources. Cafe Bon Appetit runs the SRA cafeteria, and they have a great digital footprint to take advantage of. So feel free to utilize the Cafe Bon Appetit website, and I've hyperlinked all these resources in the PowerPoint deck that I'll be sharing after this. They've got lots of healthy recipes like blueberry mint smoothie, as you can see here, garbanzo bean salad, and those go on and on. They've got a million of them. And they have lots of really helpful nutrition articles as well. 6 tips to build a better breakfast. And I was reading about healthy hydration on their website earlier today. So how to make drinking water more appealing or more interesting, because I know a lot of us struggle with the hydration aspect of nutrition, and just getting enough water in you, as plain as it is over the course of a day, can be difficult. So it's always good to have a strategy to make sure you're fulfilling those hydration needs. But there are tons of articles in there, like I said, that are super helpful, and recipes in case you need ideas for healthy options for meals or snacks. And then, of course, you can always check out our previous posts on the SRA Wellness Instagram or Slack channel, both hyperlinked here as well. We do a lot of Fit Fact Fridays, where we'll go over one kind of specific wellness topic, and we've done plenty that are related to nutrition. We've got Wellbeing Wednesday posts, those trivia questions that go out every Wednesday afternoon on the Slack channel. Those cover a lot of nutrition related topics, but it's not only related to nutrition. So there's a lot of information in terms of well-being as a whole that you should be able to find super, super beneficial. And then you can always set up recurring wellness check-ins with our virtual coach, Jeremy, who's outstanding, and he provides a lot of accountability type check-ins for our remote coaching clients already. But that's it. And I think we can go ahead and open it up to any questions, comments, or concerns to wrap things up. And I just want to remind everyone before we dive into those that we're here to help, that you can contact us anytime via email or Slack, or any other social media platform that SRA Wellness has a presence on. All right, I'm gonna see if I can stop sharing my screen here, and I will check the chat to see if we've got anything in there. Yes, there is a tool on the Exos page to reserve the gym for exercise, and I'm glad you're really enjoying those Wednesday trivia. Arun, I'm probably going to be sharing the PowerPoint right after this on the Slack channel. I think you're a member of that. Are you on Slack? If not, I can send it out via email. Actually, that might be more effective to everyone on our team. But I'll put it on Slack as well. Okay. I'll see if I can invite you to Slack via Slack Connect, and get you on there, but I think the administrators need to approve that. But I'll send it out via email as well, just to make sure everyone has access to this. Let me see if I can pull up website. Okay. So this, and awesome. It looks like, oh, it didn't want to let me in. Here, I'll open up a different one for you. Waylon. All right, so this is Mind Body Online, MBO, we like to call it. Now I'm viewing this from the staff side as opposed to the client side, but I can put a link for this into the email I send out after this, along with the PowerPoint deck. Basically, you just go to Mind Body Online, and if you want to reserve a time in the fitness center, you just go to the fitness center reservations tab, and you should see a bunch of options here with just a sign up now button there, and you should be able to click for whatever time you want. So it should list all times from, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. My apologies, I stopped. All right, let me open that back up. Thank you. Wouldn't be a very helpful tutorial if I wasn't sharing my screen. Okay, so this is MindBody Online. This is where people register memberships for the gym. They make fitness center reservations and they sign up for group exercise classes. And again, I will put this link in the email and I will link it to the Slack post as well. So everyone will have access to it. But if you're ever on site and you want to use the gym, we do ask that you make a fitness center reservation. So you can just follow the link from your email. I would suggest bookmarking it on your personal device, your laptop, desktop, anything else where you might need to sign up for the gym. But you would just head over to this fitness center reservations tab here. You should see some options for sign up now buttons next to a bunch of different time slots. On my end, I see all hours of the day. You will only see 5 a.m. through 10 p.m., which is our new hours, 7 days a week. So Monday through Sunday. And you'll just be able to click that sign up now button and it will prompt you to log in. Once you log in, it will lock in that fitness center reservation for you. We have hour-long reservations every half hour, but there's a lot of flexibility on that front. So if you want to stay past your reservation, you want to show up earlier, whatever you want to do, that's totally fine. Go right ahead. We just ask that you sign up for tracking and capacity tracking services purposes for us. And then if you want to sign up for a group fitness class, you just head over to the group fitness tab to the right of the fitness center reservations. You'll also see a bunch of sign up now buttons here. You just click one of those for a class that you want to sign up for, say yoga. You want to sign up for that or my strength training class tonight. You would just click sign up now. It will prompt you to log in if you're not logged in already, and then it will just send you a confirmation. And if you can't make it, you need to cancel or something like that, and you want to go through the website and cancel, that's fine, but there's no penalty for not being able to make it. So I just wanted to point that out as a resource as well. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen again here. And yes, the gym closes at 10 p.m. these days. It was previously closing at 9 p.m. But we just got our hours extended by 1 hour every day. So, and now you can come in on weekends and use it. All right. Well, I think if no one has any other questions, we can wrap things up, but you can expect an email and a Slack post with all the resources I just mentioned. And I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.